Hey, Jeffrey. Hey, Shan. How you guys doing today? It's been a long day. I gotta record like 5 or 6 videos a day. Do I want a Genshin anime? Yes, and that's only because I'm terrible at actually reading the story. I started actually making sure that I read the story when I got to Inazuma, but most of the stuff before then, I did not keep up on it. Well, towards the later part of Leeway, I actually started reading the story, but I'm just not good at paying attention to things like that when I'm trying to get through stuff. Oh, what in the world? I didn't even see that come up here. Is this supposed to be an easy tower destruction? Get away from me. No! Get away from me. I just want to destroy the towers and leave. I'm gonna have to kill these guys. I seriously have to kill these guys. Oh. That's good enough. The problem is I don't know if the story is good enough. Of course, that's me not really, like I said, reading much of it. So I'd have to like leave that to other people to say if it's something worth an anime adaptation. I'm sure eventually it will. I have no doubts that they'll do an anime adaptation. The question is it going to be the old stuff, or are they just going to jump in the new stuff? Because, like I said, I'm not sure if the older stuff is good enough. Any tips? Are you going free to play? Are you dolphining, or are you gonna pay into it? I think it really depends. I hate to say that, but technically the game does change if you put money into it. Okay, good. Don't ever pay into this game. Tips is if you're at 15, then you've already unlocked the Adventure Guild, which is important to do that daily. Shoot, it's been so long since I've been early game. Definitely focus on building a solid team and not focus on spreading your resources around. I think that's a really good, important thing to note. What's your main group right now? I do expeditions.
星と深淵を目指せ。ようこそ冒険者協会へ。
I know a good tip for starting out is to your I always forget what they're called. These little moon thingies that replenish your resin. It's good to kind of save them to, I think, at least, what is it, AR 35, I think, is a sweet spot. Because that's when, like, the rewards for utilizing resin is, like, pretty much at its max. I know 40 is technically where you get the best rates of everything, but I think the sweet spot's probably 35. That's pretty much my group when I started out. I had Fischl main. I had Beto as my second. What was my third? And I think I got a Mona early on, so Mona was my third, and then my fourth was I think it was Barbara. I think that's a good setup. I will say that, and this is the only sucky part, is Fischl I think is always really good, and Beto is definitely good as well. Electro reactions start to kind of taper off like post 45, but I think by then you'll probably have other characters to build up. Hey, Damon. Are you building your Fischl as Electro, or are you building her as physical? What is this? Oh, the stupid fogs. Yeah, I think early on it's very difficult to get experience. And that's just like all the materials in general. It gets very difficult after a while. I do Venti. But eventually you get to the point where you're kind of allowed to be more flexible with it all. So don't feel like it's always going to be that way. Like there's a lot of people that do resin refills, and I don't. And as you can see, I pretty much got everybody. A good deal of my characters. Mad Dog. I've got several of my characters are post 80, and then just a few of them are still under 70. So you'll eventually get to the point where you can start kind of raising all the extra characters that you actually get as free to play. Where in the world are these? I don't see the fog. Am I blind? Must be up on the hill. But yeah, when I first raised my official, I think it was early on, so I didn't really know the game too well. But I did build her on electric. I think if I rebuilt her now, I'd probably do physical and just have her as like a machine gun. Because she does have a really fast attack rate, which is really nice. And that's always been my thing. The reason why I enjoy the game so much is having such a selection of characters that really do feel different. I honestly don't see where this fog's at. Curious if I'm just on the wrong quest. I just wish, I think that's the thing that every time they do like a give us your feedback thing, whenever it gets to the very end of it, when they're asking like, you know, hey, any additional information you can give us, I always fill it out with like, please stop restricting like materials and ability to build up characters, because I like experimenting, but with all these limits to like resin and stuff, you can't. It's very difficult to build into characters. But like I said, it felt worse early on, but later on I got to the point where I can actually start, you know, trying out different characters and different builds, different group setups. It's just, you have to invest a lot of time. But again, just like focusing on the daily stuff. Don't play it like it's a, you know, full game of exploration and non-stop playing. You kind of have to pace yourself because of the elements that they put into it. Yeah, I don't know what kind of weapons you have to you. Like, I think Rust is really good for her. Because what Rust will do is it'll decrease how much damage you do with aim shots, but it'll increase how much damage you do with just regular non-aiming shots, like this. Or this is your aim shot. This is just your regular shot. So, if you can get her one of those bows by chance, it's going to be a random gotcha drop, but your character, when you get artifacts, let me see if I have her built for it yet. Where's she at? Where's my official? I miss using her, by the way. I just gave her a stringless because I put Rust on somebody else, but yeah, so right now I have her built as Thundering Fury, which is the electric set. But your cup is generally you can have an attack cup, but you can also do a specific element cup instead. And so the idea of going a physical build is that you would give her a physical damage cup. And then on your hat, you would give her like probably crit. And the rest will be attack and HP. And that will build her for physical damage. What, do you know which constellation she has? I think this quest is bugged. I honestly do. I feel crazy that I don't see where this fog's at. Maybe I should just do these challenge quests right here. Maybe it's one of these challenge quests. It's usually a fog that you have to use wind on. Do this one down here. I did that too early. Stop shooting him. Shoot the guy next to you.
全力攻撃だせ冒険だ冒険
いいくらで花火見いひんふっそりゃ今のだし
What's nice with Fischl is eventually when you build her up with constellations, this is going bad,
難攻不落燃えろ
you'll get to a point where she essentially can, her attacks allow her to deploy a sentry, and that sentry does physical damage. And what you'd focus on is instead of releasing her bird, what's her bird's name? Oz. Instead of using her elemental attack to release Oz, you'll just keep him put away so that you can keep that sentry out.
天道
But I think that might be far into her constellations, though. Let me do that again. Here. Let's see. Is it that constellation? Surely not. I don't think it's 6. Maybe it's a talent. Let's see. No. No. I guess it is C6. That sucks. I don't know if I'm reading that wrong or what. Might be a... I thought that it was an extension. Extends it. Additionally, Oz performs joint attack with your active... Yeah, that's it right there. Surely not. That's like changes her gameplay completely when you get to C6. But she's still viable as a physical damage, though. I can show you how it works. And then you can tell me if your Fischl does the same. Let's see. If your Fischl does the same thing, then we'll know that it's not C6. Let's see these dudes over here. See that little thing that appeared above her? There's a little orb. I don't think that's C6, but it might be C6. But essentially what that orb does is it's shooting along with me, and it's doing physical damage. Whereas if I put Oz out with my R2... Stupid. Okay, I'm dying. And I don't die... While Oz is out, it won't appear. So you almost don't use Oz, because otherwise he prevents that from coming out and doing physical damage. So if you build electric, you want to have Oz's bird out at all times with her special. If you build electric, you want to let Oz out with your special. If you do physical, you just want to leave Oz away and keep attacking with normal attacks. My characters. That was some nasty elemental reactions they did on me. Okay, I'm gonna go to another one here. Hopefully if I come back, that other one will be fixed. Otherwise, I'm not gonna get my primos for the day. That sucks. But yeah, Beto is like my secret favorite character of this game. Like, I don't play her as much as I wish that I did, but Beto is like... I just love her. She's too awesome. I have this setup that I'm going to be building up. As soon as I get Raiden done, I'll be using Beto with Raiden. Right, yeah. Hopefully, eventually, they'll fix how those two synergize, because apparently in the beta... I'm not sure how familiar you are with Beto's ultimate. Whenever she uses her ultimate, she basically creates a circle around you. And then whenever somebody else attacks, it will do electrical shocks on them. And Raiden's ultimate used to trigger off that. And they changed it so that it doesn't anymore. So Kind of sucks. It's still a good pairing, but... sabotage the balloon. No, not friends. I don't have friends. Did you add me as a friend? Should probably invade your place today and steal all of your resources. What am I doing? Let's do... Put her in there. Gotta jump down here to do it. Ah, I'm climbing on stuff. See if I can get it before it goes over the cliff. Oh no, they shot me. Get it. Yes. No, don't fall off the cliff. No, no, no. No problem, Jeffrey. Thanks for dropping in. Let's see. Should I try that stupid place again? Where'd it go? 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 Oh, down here. Come in from the north, see if I can find this stupid thing. Let's see. Mist. Where is the mist? I cannot climb here. Go around. Go around. Still not seeing the mist. It's gotta be a challenge thing then. I guess I'll go do this other one. Okay, go. No, this is particle collecting. This can't be it. No, we're going the wrong way. We're going the wrong way. Go this way. Climb. Where's the... Oh, gotta get this thing. Where next? Where to next? Down here? Down. That wasn't it. I will do this commission. I swear it. I have to invade my brother. Did you finish your commissions yet, Chris? I might have to invade your game just to steal one of your commissions, because this is broken. Yep. Maybe it's underneath here. I didn't know there's a whole place underneath here, so maybe it's under here. You did do yours? Jerk. Oh, yay, there they are. Woo! Okay. Very obscure commission. Now I know for future reference. Okay, so who... Let's go ahead and do Venti. Stop, Venti. Lightning strike that just went through this cavern and struck at me. Perfectly logical lightning strike inside of a cave. Okay. I'm sorry. There's another one. Perfectly logical. Makes perfect sense. Oh, no, no, no fights, apparently. Okay. That was anticlimactic. Alright. Here.
走るより飛ぶ方が早いよ。星と深淵。無事今日の依頼を達成しましたね。ありがとう。
I know, I'm literally shooting wind magic out of a random boy in a cloak. And I'm worried about lightning strikes inside of caves. There's just things that you can forgive and some you cannot, okay? Yeah, I can see switching it back. I mainly kept it to Inazuma, my commissions, because I wanted to kind of focus on getting the material drops that you would normally get from mobs. So it's kind of a way of forcing me to go in Inazuma areas. Plus I do quests while puzzles while I'm doing stuff. Like, literally right there, you see me running around trying to find fog, and I did 2 puzzles at the same time, so it helps you complete the map at the same time. Plus, I thought that they give you a reputation reward. So it kind of helps you build up your reputation with this area. Right? Question mark? I think? I didn't read it to see what it gave me. I gotta raise up my Inazuma rep so I can get my sweet compass. Well, at least they got enough quests down here now that I don't randomly have some of them in Lue or something like that, even though they're supposed to be in this area. Let's see. Here. I'm still 2 levels away from the compass. That sucks. Not that I need the compass quite yet, because I still have plenty to work with, but what was the other thing that's rewarded? Okay, yeah, blah, 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 blah. What's this thing? Detailed step-by-step instructions on making electroless resonant stone. Master them, and you'll be able to create a tool that will guide you toward... Oh, okay. Never mind. I know what that is. Okay, let's see. I guess I'm gonna do some domains. Make 1 more of these. Does Chris need domains for the energy recharge set? And needs some carrying? I'm kidding. Or do you use all of your resin too? Yum, 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 yum. Let's see. Buy my books. So the best investment ever is getting this whole thing built up. Free books, free resin. I don't even have to do anything anymore. Gonna check out my crops. That. Sure. Sweet flowers. Thank you all for joining the gardening stream. Today we are going to be growing some sweet flowers. Just like that, you just want to place them in the ground right there, and then wait 3 days. There you go. Then we're gonna go over here. We're gonna plant some sweet flowers over here as well. They're absolutely fantastic for making some really delicious chicken. Over here we have violet grass. I really love growing violet grass, mainly because I hate climbing. So that's why I grow violet grass. I just really hate farming them. Just like that, boom. And soon enough, you'll be planting violet grass just like that. That wraps it up. Thank you. You need Pale Flame? I can do some Pale Flame. Pale Flame's fun. Give me like a few minutes. I'm gonna do a quick mining run because I did not do my running run yesterday, so just real quick. Real quick. Just gonna load real quick. Get done real quick. I want to run the correct direction. It's gonna be real quick. Yeah, let's... Yeah, I just said earlier I really hate climbing, and now my character wants to stick to walls. Like Spider-Man. Why is none of this stuff back yet? I haven't farmed this stuff in forever. I don't get the respawn rates. I don't. What's up, Carbon? How you doing today? You haven't started the fishing stuff yet. I mean, what's better to spend your time in a gacha game than farming and fishing? Oh no, he spotted me. The best way to mine ore, drop a meteor on it. Perfect. Let's go here. What's the Fate Go event this time? Is the New York one? Isn't that the just the challenge quests, and you get rewards for different super challenges, like the Nero Fest? Isn't it like a rebranded Nero Fest? Hey Jan, I think I said hi to you earlier, but if I didn't, hi, how's it going? Nope, over here. Go this way. Oh, it's got a lotto too. Ooh, those are dangerous. Lottos are dangerous. Golly, I used to remember doing those lottos, like crap tons of tickets for those things, and then spending just hours tapping my screen to use the tickets. Oh, dear goodness. Painful memories. Just contemplating making some sort of contraption that will press the screen over and over again for me. Yeah, but see, me and the blacksmith guy, we don't really get along. He just doesn't really pay attention to me at all. Like everybody else, I shoot bolts at him and stuff, and he just kind of just stares at me like I'm crazy. Sometimes my characters demand some respect. Look, there's a violet grass. Do a flyby. Sneak. But yeah, I just mainly have like 4 or 5 areas that have a lot of ore that I just hit every now and then. Just some really sweet spots with a lot. There we go. Whee! Oh, ouch. I wasn't that high. Come on, come get me. Come on, you can do it. Come on, Ganyu's not that OP. Come on, you can do it. Oh. Carbon, when is the predicted time that Caster Artoria is supposed to come out? I'm sorry, I'm just gonna get this one, I'll be done. Excuse me. I hate these ones anyways. I don't need those ones. I ain't paying no dang resin into my ore. That's the stupidest thing. No. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Just grabbing this. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. Really? Pick it up. Halfway through next year? I thought it was like later this year. I think she's like literally the only character right now that I see in the future that I care about. I mean, I want to get, what was it, the Star Wars Rental Sokka? I thought I got this one already. Should have brought a Killing user. He really badly wants to get me. Okay. That's alright. I'm still mad because I basically pulled the God of Mora and he literally can't do that no more. So what's that all about? I don't know. Literally a month? Jeez. Is she the freebie or is there another character that's a freebie on that one? No, she's not a freebie. I think she's a pull. Isn't there a freebie character with that? Like Jar Jar Joanne or something? I don't know. Okay, I guess I should not wait Crisp wait any longer. Do I invade you or are you invading me? I guess I can invade you. What was the other character that's with her? Somebody with blonde hair. I don't remember who it was. Yeah, it's a midget. It's a midget. It's kind of odd because as much time as I stay away from Fate Grand Order, I thought that I would have missed a freebie character, and I don't think I did. Calamity Jane? Not ringing bells. She is the blonde hair one, right? Did I not hit it? Yes? Or did you cancel? Yeah, that's what got me back into the game for a little bit, was just to get her. I was like, Hokusai's up. I gotta get Hokusai. I guess I'll have to play this dang game again. And that event was terrible. I mean, yes, it's technically probably one of the best events because it's so QP heavy, but holy crap. That event just went forever. I don't remember what we're fighting. I guess I'll do this. Yeah, Hakusai, that was one character that I went after when she first popped. And I play with her all the time. Hakusai is so OP. Plus, she's awesome. And she looks great. Is this the one with the two big, roly-poly dudes? I think it is. Crap. Yeah, da-da-da. Yeah, because I think one is electric and one's water. Come on, big guy. You better be the water one. Epic Ganyu gameplay right here. Thrilling experience. She cannot be stopped. Drop this on you. Hey, Yahoo. How is life treating you? Hopefully good. Oh, crap. Missed. Sit still. There, better. Stay right there. Don't move. Sit. Oh, look at there. I got an achievie. What's the achievie for? Defeated Geoship with. Okay. Didn't realize that, but I'll go with it. He's gonna bring somebody different next time. Mix it up. Let's see. Let's do Yoi and Water Boy. Water Boy. Well, if you think about it, if you get back into Genshin in about 3 months, you will not be behind. Because everybody else will be behind. Logic right there. You'll be 3 months ahead. But I wouldn't say I'd pressure anybody into playing a game like this. It's really just if you enjoy it. I enjoy the cycle. Of course, I'm so used to MMOs that it works for me. I'm used to the grind. As much as I hate artifacts and stuff, I'm technically used to that kind of grind. I cannot tell you how many times playing World of Warcraft or something and not get the drops I need. But at least in World of Warcraft and stuff, at least when I played it, if you got the drop, you got the drop. You didn't have a case where you got the drop, but it wasn't the substats you needed. I'm sure World of Warcraft's probably like that now. Yeah, I wouldn't bother with it. No, shoot, I almost did that. That would have been bad. Really, even DLC. That's an interesting. I mean, I was technically the same way for the longest time. If it wasn't on the disc, I hated it. especially digital. I was like physical only. I hated the digital. Then it got to the point now where it's like, even if you buy a disc, you literally have to download the other half of the game or something, and it's like you can't win anymore. But I at least allowed DLC if it was something that I really liked. Not always though. It had to be a game that I really liked. Like I picked up the DLC for Tsushima, which I'll probably play on here eventually. Let's do. Let's change it up again. Let's go Freezy Girl and Waterboy. What's that one? Do Beidou, since we talked about Beidou earlier. Yeah, Miku's like you have to. That's unfortunately buying all those songs. I'm on NA. Yeehoo. Oh, did you take up? What? You took over Eula? You should have said something. Oh, you're switching again. Oh, you're talking about fake Grand Order. Yeah, I had, yeah, I was in a... I don't know, I only had a few times where I even considered the idea of doing a JP account along with an NA account. I just felt like I'd had too much investment on NA that I didn't need to do the same in JP. Now, there was a time before they came out in NA that I was highly considering just rolling a JP account just so I could play the game, because they, at the time, didn't have any consideration of doing a NA version. Oh, nice, they both come over here. 73,000, that's not bad. Alright, Sephiroth, stop lighting up the place. Oh, goodness, where'd he go? Of course he moves away the moment I pop that, so that I can't get hits on him. That's still 39,000. I had considered selling my Fake Go account, but I don't know, my luck, I'd probably be I'd probably get caught and banned or something. Just because of how much money I put into it. Let's see. What other combo do I want to do? So do Hu Tao and Waterboy.
次はどこに行くんだ? いいゆえの名所を巡りたいなら、いい案がいくつかあるぞ。
Is JP still going strong? It's kind of funny because I like recently went through the list of Fake Go JP banners, and it felt like there's just been nothing really that interesting that's been added to it. Maybe it's just stuff that's not interesting to me.
描きがたし
Come on, attack towards him, please. Thank you.
天理チョーク
God, I really hate the cooldown attack.
歌を入手おいよおいそこ全部どこそれパーおい
Oh, Miyu came back.
旅はいつか終わりを迎える慌てる必要はない
Yeah, I think they mentioned. Yeah, I think it was it Miyu or was it? No, it was the other Kara no Kyokai character was like one of the rarest characters, and I think Miyu was the second rarest. So that's crazy. Yeah, I think I picked up Miyu because I knew that she was supposed to be like super rare. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Where'd you go?
花と酒を手に景色を堪能
Are you going to my dungeon? Are you going to my dungeon?
あの頃とはもう違う
Where is my dungeon?
また
This one? Yes. Go. And this one is the electric dude. That's fine. Yeah, it was kind of interesting when I went back to Fate Go that they had like a booster thingy that you could do like one time to a character. I'm not sure if that was a returner character thing or if that's just at some point they decided to let you build up one character instantly. Kind of weird. You like fully ascended your character, but like didn't max their level though. That was kind of the weird part. I just picked a character that had the least amount of materials on and used it on that character. I think I used it on Musashi somewhere. Is this supposed to be like a regular thing? Or was it a one-time thing? I know it was limited time. That's why I had to use it. Alright, everybody cross their fingers. Time for to get me some streamer luck. Is there streamer luck? Let's see. Okay, at least we got the Severed Fates. That's HP, though. Those are both HP. Wait, that's the headpiece. No, it's not. Yeah, that's useless. Let's see. That's useless. And that's pretty much useless. Cool. Expected. been a while since we've had some Fate Grand Order anime. I'm curious when they're going to start kicking those back up. Of course, I haven't watched the Camelot movies yet. Why did you get placed there? Hey, Jay-Z. How's it going, man? I really liked Shiki Saber. Everybody didn't like her, but I really liked her. Granted, she's, you know, a lot based on insta-kills, but still. Meteor. Something satisfying about dropping meteors. How often you do it. Maid Alter's awesome. I really like her. I used her as a character a lot. Like Hokusai, Maid Alter, John, obviously. I maxed the crap out of John, and she just destroys everything. Let's see. That is not what I need. Another one of those. Just tons of these. Okay. I'm not getting any streamer luck right now. Who else? Tomo, early on, I really liked. I used her a lot with Vlad. My favorite Lancer... Oh. John the Ruler? Love Jean Archer. She's a lot of fun. But obviously, Squirtoria is obviously my main archer. Yeah, Reshka Gall is amazing. Another waifu. I need anything that is Rentasaka related. It was so funny when the first time the summer event came up with Squirtoria, I was actually physically ill because I just knew I was not going to get her. I'm going to have such terrible luck getting her. And the funny thing happened, I got her, MP5. And I don't think that I was necessarily going after it. It was just like I was getting the other characters and she just kept dropping. Like, she just kept showing up. And so I'm like, okay, I'll take it. And that was like the one time I was ever super lucky in that game. And to give you an idea of my bad luck in that game, I think I, of the like three or four banners they had Merlin on. Not Merlin, holy crap. Why can I not think of his name? The not Merlin. The dude that has a whole entire TV show to himself and he's in Fate Zero. No, what was terrible with the, because I think she was in the same time. My bad luck with Squirtoria that season, I think, was the same season that Ruler Maria. I think it was Ruler Maria. I literally could not get her,
ついていきます
and I had to wait until the rerun before I got her.
天道万象
And the only reason I want her so badly is because she's literally Tifa. So I badly wanted her. Oh, crap. I love when he just like randomly turns and just suplexes at you.
ここにあり難攻不落
決闘せよ
Oh, dang it, he just fell on the ground. Right when I shoot. Oh, big guy's coming after you, run! Alright, come on. Give me something. Okay, at least I finally got a feather. Another HP piece. Yay. I'm never gonna get this full set. I literally am never gonna get this full set. That's fine. Yeah, I started when the game first started too, but like I said, I think I took like a 6-month break. Damn, my stream framey. Check out my
天理チョーク
setup. For some reason, I'm all framey. I don't think I was framey last time.
ガンオーテイ君のためにわめきなさい
剣女盤石
よっよっ粉々よはっはっ
Hey, just hop on top of me.
天道ここにありはっ岩山八九
わめきなさい君票恩を立つそう関係者だよせっ
Alright, last one. Come on. Come on. Ew. Gross. Another day of full resin and nothing usable. There's the Genshin way. Alright, what else can I do? I already did all my ley lines. I guess I can do ley lines for farming, but make sure I'm not running anything in the background that's making this laggy. weird.
穏やかな
I
雰
like
囲気
barely any CPU usage.
とても好きですよっ次の仕事は
I'm still here. Okay, never mind. I'm like, what am I doing right here? Is my sound bad? Oh.
芝生に寝転がると大地の鼓動が聞こえてきます
I'm gonna mess with some ley lines real quick. It's like thieves in stereo.
風だ足元に気をつけてガンオーテイ君のために
Oh no, it's gonna be the guy with the shovel again. Where's the guy with the shovel?
次の仕事
Oh
は
no, never mind, he's already dead. Oh, thanks, Yari. I appreciate that. I kind of read that weird, where I'm like, you're the anime man. I'm like, wait. I'm like, nothing wrong with that. Was it that anime man or the anime man? I'm not sure how he's actually got his name. Visual novels. I want to. I'm not sure if you noticed in my videos. Well, I guess you can't because it's literally focused out, but behind me there's like a slew of like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 visual novels for the Switch that I bought. I have the full Grisaya set, Clannad set, Little Busters, Clannad for Switch, but I don't get into them, even though I buy them, because I keep thinking I'm going to have time to actually read them, but I don't. So, the only visual novel that I've completed is Planetarium, and I really liked it. I started into Grisaya and got a little ways into it, and then got sidetracked. Yeah, I was one of the unfortunate few, not unfortunate few, well, unfortunate but not few, people that paid into that Grisaya localization process. Ended up spending way too much money into getting both the uncensored version and the censored physical version. So I got it sitting somewhere. Right? Well, see, the reason there's reasoning for each one of them, obviously. It's like, yeah, you can watch the anime for a lot of them, but obviously there's a lot of cut content in order to make them fit an anime format. Especially like specifically for Clannad, I've heard there's a lot of information that they didn't get into regarding essentially who the girl in the field was, the whole promise that is behind the whole story. All that stuff is apparently, maybe you've already read it. I'm probably talking out my butt here, but that's all the information I eventually want to get into. Just because I love Clannad so much, I do want to get into that stuff eventually. Let's see over here. Am I wrong there then, Yari? Isn't there at least some extra... I have heard the anime is, like, incredibly good, and I think that's probably due to the fact that I think that they put so much character into the main character, which I don't... From what little I have played into it, didn't seem like it was really there when I was reading the visual novel. But, like I said, it's really, I guess, more into the backstory information about, like I said, the promise or something like that. That was... It was something to do with, like, he had to fulfill a certain amount of promises in order to correct something. And I'll just say that, not to spoil people what's going on. And that's really my problem, Yahoo, is it's really just kind of the investment and just how much dialogue is there sometimes. I also picked up the two I didn't pick up both of them. The new Aniplex visual novels they released on Steam. I picked up one of those ones, Irie or something like that. Yeah, I think I probably got the full story just by looking into it. So it's probably one of those things where if I ever get to that point, I'm probably already know the story, just from the little snippets that I read into it. But hey, that's just my life in a nutshell. I buy source material and I never read them. I just like to have them on my wall so I look like I'm a read person. Oh, look at him. He's got so many books on his wall. It's amazing. Surely he reads them. Surely they're just not for that eventual case where a fire gets set and his house goes in blazes. Gotta impress the ladies somehow. And what more impressive than a bunch of light novels? Why is this map scroll so slow? Ugh. Jump, 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 jump. No, it's funny because, like, Clannad, I don't know that I'll jump into it anytime soon, just because, yeah, I think the anime is so fresh in the mind. I do want to eventually do the Fruit of Grisaya set, just because I heard just how not as impressive the anime was compared to the visual novel. but I really do want to do Little Busters, just because
穏やかな
I
雰囲気
didn't like the.
とても好きです
I don't know if many people here know. I loved the first season of Little Busters. I think I gave it a perfect score. Like, I loved the first season so much. The second season, I don't know if it was just my mindset or something, but I did not like it at all. So I'm curious if maybe doing the visual novel will help that second season. Yeah, that's basically what I heard, Yari. That's similar to Rewrite. I think I got Rewrite. No. I got the Clannad. I have the Clannad Tomoyo, Real Romanesque, Grisaya, Robotic Notes.
仕事がまだ終わってません休んでいいのでしょうか
I just didn't. I knew the reason why they were doing it the way they were doing it with the second season. I understood the concept of pushing him away as a character. It just felt very off-putting the way that they portrayed it. It really is all it is. It was like the first part was all about fun, meet everybody. The second part was like, okay, everybody doesn't want you to be around them because there's obviously a reason why they don't want you to have attachment to them. Their selfless act, basically. It just felt weird. Melodramatic, I guess, is the way I put it. Like I said, I understood why they did what they did. It's just, like I said, it felt melodramatic at the time. And like I said, that could just been my mindset. I find myself anymore whenever I find that there's something that didn't work for me, I often wonder if it's just because I just wasn't in the mood for it. Because I've had cases where I went back and watched something and it just worked out perfect. I mean, Spice and Wolf's a prime example. I really didn't like that show first time I tried to watch it. And the second time I watched it, it was like 10 out of 10 for me. So I do sometimes wonder if it's just a mindset at the time. Maybe the melodrama for me at the time wasn't working. Don't you do it? Don't you? Oh, you did it. Before anybody asks, no, I am never gonna play Doki Doki Literature Club. Don't ask me. I wonder if I'm unsyncing my video here. I'm messing everything up. Where Where's full screen? Gonna make me restart the game just to get this back windowed, isn't it? Or full screen. No, I don't want to do 4K. Let me fix this real quick. How very weird. For some reason it's like listing it as 4K when I'm not running at 4K.
仕事がまだ終わってません。休んでいいのでしょうか。
Is the frame rate at least better? It's a little better. Am I showing framey to you guys, or am I showing pretty smooth? I really enjoyed Clownide for the comedy. Angel Beats, I seem to remember I enjoyed a lot of bit of it. But yeah, Clownide, I really loved the comedy in that one. I just really liked how much Tomoya really kind of messed with the character, especially Fuka. Is that the daily lives of high school boys? Whoa. Yeah, that one's... I don't know. I don't remember if I watched it all, but yeah, I think I remember watching quite a bit of it. Hilarious. Really enjoyed it. Yeah, the sister uniform part is easily probably one of the best ones, or the upskirt scene. But yeah, I think the sisters outfit was probably the easiest, the funniest part of that. Where'd he go? Disappeared. Disappeared on me. So, sad story. Not really sad story, but unfortunate story. So, I ended up watching somebody talk about Tales of Arise, because somebody was talking about, you know, will we get in that game to play it? And I'm like, yeah, I mean, I like Tales stuff, but I've been behind on Tales stuff. And then I end up running into somebody talking, like, super hype about Tales of Arise. And I'm like, dang it, now I really want to play that game. Like, I don't know if I really want to invest in a you know, a full price game right now. So I'm like, I know what I'll do. I'll send a DM to Bandai Namco and say, hey, some people on my streams are asking if I could stream Tales of Arise. Are you guys giving away streamer keys? And I've gotten no response. Yeah, they've been well, at least one that I watch Happy Console Gamer quite a bit. Because he's basically the gaming version of what we do. It's like just sticking to positive. And yeah, he was like super glowing on the thing, and I typically can trust him. Like, I've noticed a lot of times where if there's something that's bugging him, he'll mention it, but he won't dig on it. And he just was just straight up glowing on that game. Yeah, I figured it's one of those things where it's not gonna hurt to ask. Well, I mean, normally I wouldn't mind Jay-Z, especially with like a Tales game, but it's just the position that I'm in right now. I kind of need to make my money. I need to stretch my money that I've kind of banked in order to do this whole website thing and podcast and video thing. So anytime I spend any money, I'm always like hypercritical of myself. So I really need to do Berseria, and that was the other thing that kind of holds me off on wanting to do it. Is just like, I technically do have a ton of Tales games that I should play. Like I've said before, I literally was a pretty solid Tales fan ever since Symphonia came out. I did Symphonia, Vesperia, Xillia. Xillia 2 killed it for me. I did not like the silent protagonist, and I bought the Tales games after that whenever they were cheap, but I never beat any Tales games since then. So I really do need to get back into those. The stereo anime was great. It looked visually amazing. I think gameplay-wise, Symphonia was the most addictive to me. I played that game to absolute death and back. Maxed everything out, did all the arenas and everything. Then Vesperia, I think, was probably one of my favorite stories. The Vesperia movie was absolutely incredible, made me bawl my eyes out. And then, yeah, I've never really... what was the other one? Not Xillia. There's another one that I'm forgetting. The one that had the pigtail girl that does not look like she fits inside of a Tales game. Which one are we missing? We've mentioned every single one of them. Which one are we missing? I think it was originally on the PS3. My gosh, I feel like I have it like literally on the tip of my tongue and I can't seem to get it out. What do you want, electrical zombie thingy majiggy? Oh, you're wanting me to stay here. Stay here. No, don't turn. Never mind. Grace's F. I played Grace's F. That was... Starting out with Grace's F, I really despised the gameplay. It was so dodge based, like you had to dodge. No, I just totally missed that. I didn't do Hearts and Innocence. I really did want to pick up Innocence though. Was that the one that went on the Vita? Oh, come on, get it. No! I think I'm supposed to get a tether thing. No! I apparently cannot do these while I'm talking. Yeah, that kind of port to the Vita looked pretty rough. I kind of just wanted to get it just because I wanted to have all the Tales games, but... Yeah. I have way too many Vita games. I was a huge avid fan of Vita. One of the few avid fans of Vita. It was just like a JRPG like heaven. I mean, Persona 4 Golden obviously was amazing. Art is a scam? I thought that was common knowledge. I thought that was common knowledge. I'm guessing it's covering the concept of billionaires buying art in order to avoid taxes. And that making art cost a fortune, even though it shouldn't be. Right. Not to say there's not art, just that that concept is kind of ruining it. Unless you're talking about a, you know, toilet sitting in a room as art. I'm not going to go with you on that one. It's great for if you're watching art and you suddenly have to use the restroom. But no, the whole thing with the Tales of Arise thing kind of brought up the question of, like, you know, what other games I'd like to play on here, just rather than just doing Genshin all the time. I mean, Genshin is nice because there's no, like, major story things currently, technically, so I can focus on chat more. But, I don't know, considering other options, like I said, I need to get through the Ghost of Tsushima DLC. I mean, I can probably do a fun stream doing the Punchline PS4 game, which I think would probably be funny. So, I mean, if you guys got any ideas that you would suggest, or game types, I guess, is a good suggestion. I know that the difficulty I find with doing the RPGs is really in the idea that if somebody pops in late, they have to get caught up with the story, and they might not be willing to jump in later if I'm doing, like, a later part of the game and they don't want spoilers. That's always been kind of my fear. At the same time, somebody can watch the backlog and get caught up on the story if they wanted. What in the world is that thing on the wall? Didn't notice that before.
丈夫です。
Oh, hey, 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 hey. Hey, hey. Chris play Persona 5. Then he would have to steal my PS4. I don't know if I want him to steal my PS4. Find like the most random stuff. There's like nothing in here. Must be a quest. Oh wait, there's something there. What was that? I've seen a prompt. Was that a seat? Oh, it was a seat. Pfft. Perfect. Yeah. I don't know. I'm sort of the point now where I don't like to force Chris to watch anything. And that's, I think, what Chris is waiting for. He's like, he probably won't ever play Persona until it's on the Switch. Like, he doesn't like playing anything until it's on the Switch. I finally got him to start firing up. I literally had to hand him my PS3 so he can start playing Final Fantasy 13. I really enjoyed the... Like, I don't... visually, I liked what they did with Persona 5. But other than the visual styling and everything, and the graphics, I liked, and I think the story was pretty solid in Persona 5, especially the big twist. But everything else, the characters especially, I like Persona 4 more. I don't know why, but the characters in Persona 4 just, they did it so much better than Persona 5. Yeah, get the Valve. That's what I was joking about on the podcast. I'm like, hey, look, it's the Switch killer. And it's like, yeah, I've been thinking of getting it. And I'm like, wow, I was expecting this to be a, here's your Nintendo fanboy come out and start attacking it. The only thing I didn't like about Persona 4 Golden is that you couldn't have JP. Because I think was Rika Jimiya was in it, wasn't she? I wonder if, did Steam get Japanese voicing? Yeah. Right, Carbon. Very good. Very nice. That was the other nice thing, is like Persona 4 on that OLED screen was just those colors popped so bad. It was great. Yeah, I seem to think that, or I seem to remember seeing Persona 4 Golden on Steam pretty darn cheap. I might pick it up eventually just because it's nice having it on the Vita, but yeah, like stream it or something like that would be nice just to have it on the TV. And I don't have a PS Vita TV. As much as I kick myself really hard over it. At some point, they had that whole Radio Shack like Supercell on those Vita TVs, and I actually bought one for like 10 or 15 or 20 bucks, and I decided to cancel the order, and I kick myself to this day for doing that because those things are so expensive now. Sneaky, sneaky.
きます。
Where is the Zappy Zap? Don't tell me I was supposed to use that, dude. Oh, it's right here. There it is. Give it to me. Thank you. Over here. Yes. Are you not lighting up? Do you light up? Yeah, Persona games, similar to pretty much most JRPGs, has the bad habit of not finishing while they're ahead and just kind of dragging things out. But at the same time, it's also one of those things where it feels like it should be a lot more of a slog than it is, but once you get like a pattern going with that game, it just works out so well. Oh, come on. Like, you know what you want to build up on, you know what places you need to go to each day. It's odd how that kind of rhythm gets really kind of addicted. There, right there. Good, good. Oh, I need to unlock the other one. I need to unlock the other one. Damn it. Oh, that worked. Okay. Get this. Get this. Hurry. Hurry. Bingo. Stay.
宝箱を残した人も契約に従ったのでしょうか。
But it's funny because, like, nobody, not nobody, has anybody that played Persona 4 and Persona 5 played, like, the earlier ones, like Persona 3? That stuff drug out. I just feel like the dungeons didn't really, the dungeons in that game was like, I don't know, just felt like you were just running down a hall. And there was nothing special about any of it. What was it called? The Tartaglia or whatever it's called. Tartar sauce? Again, love the style, love the music, everything else about that, but man, the dungeons were just kind of boring. And you had to spend so much time in there. Alright, let's play a game. Can Andrew do this by just AoEing? Right here. Can I hit all of them? Oh, you can't hit all of them. I need my ultimate to do it. And it's so funny because I could swear that I beat Persona 3, but I don't know. I think I did. I seem to remember the ending vaguely. And all the dumb betrayals at the end of it. Or betrayals. That's kind of the nice thing that a lot of the JRPGs are doing now, is even if they're turn-based like that, they still have that, you know, fast-forward kind of options with a lot of them. Like, the Dragon Quest game did that, and it's like, how do you play without this? Jahi's going for 20 episodes, so it'll probably end at the end of fall. As for things like Fina, which will probably end in the middle of the fall season, we'll just probably have to do a split review somewhere else. I'll have my video review up immediately, but like for a podcast review of it, it'll probably be a separate one. But yeah, we're kind of getting in a really weird situation now with a lot of the shows just kind of popping up here and there, and it's really screwing up our schedule. So it's like, how dare you, Japan, mess with our schedule? We have to have everything perfectly lined up. And you guys are making it to where it's difficult for us to make, you know, full podcast reviews. Because I think another one is going to be a problem child later is... What was it? There's one that's starting here, like, next week. Which one is that one? Shoot, we just talked about in our last podcast. But yeah, technically right now, I'm facing the problem right now where it's probably gonna be another 2 weeks before we do our reviews, and To Your Eternity ended 2 weeks ago. So it's like I have to hopefully remember all of my stuff. That's why I like to get on a video review as fast as possible. That way I can reference that later to kind of refresh myself for when we do a podcast about it. Plus, I'm not sure if Chris is ever going to get caught up on it. Yahi's great. The last episode I watched where they had the dreaded Japanese illness that debilitates people to where they cannot move physically ever again. And that was like super sweet. Way super sweet episode. I got a huge smile from that one. It's a fire puzzle. And yeah, I'm curious to see what's going to go on with the eventual return of the magical girl. Nope, not a fire puzzle. Unless there's someone on the other side. Nope. I'm really curious as if, is anybody watching Eden's? Does anybody know if they're having an episode tomorrow? Because they just finally released the episode, last episode yesterday. You gonna light? Come over here, light, jump, light. Hit it. What? Oh, you bugger. Oh my gosh, dude, Mushoku Tensei, I am like going in completely radio silent. Like I don't want to see any of the trailers. I've been seeing so many trailers pop up. I don't want to touch any of it. I can't give you any advice, Yoo-hoo. I really don't know what Sunny Boy is doing. It is so funny. I think that's one of those shows that I'm not going to review. And I don't want to not do that because I honestly, I know a lot of people like want my perspective on things, but Sunny Boy is literally one of those very few anime that I get maybe once a year where I don't want to review it because I don't know what I feel about it. I want to say I don't like it, but I feel like I'm just missing something. Like, it's one of those shows that makes you feel stupid if you don't get it. And I hate it because... And this is nothing to the person that posted the comment. Somebody literally said there was one particular situation in one of the episodes, and I said I didn't understand why this character did this. And this person replied and said, I don't think you're trying hard enough to figure this out. He did it because this guy said this. And I'm like, you don't get it. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I don't understand why that made him react. I know what he was reacting to, but I don't know why he is reacting. And it's those situations where I kind of like, I don't know if I want to mess with this. Because I know it's going to be the artsy-fartsy show of the year. Which one did you get spoiled on, Yari? No, I think there was a recent trailer, Adrian. No, I just kind of expected Kana to just kind of deal with people talking in English. I didn't really think it was going to turn into a translation thing. I love that Where's Waldo moment of that episode. That was so fantastic. Did I not like that? I did not like that. Damn it. Show it to me again. Come on. Are you not going to show it to me ever again? You jerk. That was just like a total feel-good episode. Like, straight up, just feel-good episode. Yeah, they gotta go the other way. Yeah, Yehu, the interesting thing about the ReZero versus Mushoku, and I'm not to say that you're trying to do a battle, a war between the two of them, but what's interesting is, yeah, obviously both of them are doing their own thing, but I think it's interesting just how much Mushoku Tensei is enhanced by just how much effort they're putting into the visuals of that. Like, I think I mentioned that when we were first talking about it. It's like, it almost feels as if the show is more alive because they put so much visual effort into it. Not to say that ReZero hasn't done fantastic animation moments. They've done that, but... Yes, I know. I know. I know. I know. Actually, no, I don't know. Let's try it again. Over here. No, pick it up. No, this thing's not reset. Why are you not reset yet? Go away. Oh, right. I get you. So how faithful are they with Mushoku Tensei? I know that they cut a lot with ReZero. Are they pretty faithful with the Mushoku Tensei? I don't see myself ever having the time to do light novel and manga. I mean, there's something here or there that's gonna obviously catch my attention that I'll want to mess with. But yeah, obviously for the most part, it's just I'm strapped enough for time right now doing what I do. Like, for example, School Live was enough to spark me to go read that series, so I read it. Noragami sparked me enough to go read that one. But the other problem that I face, and this is something that is extremely important, is I really don't like the idea of reading the source materials, because then when people come to get my impressions on a show, I had that problem this season with To Your Eternity. It was very difficult for me to talk about To Your Eternity in impressions episodes because I knew it was coming up. So I didn't have anything that I could speculate on because the people that were watching my impressions videos, they hadn't read the source material. So I would be, in a sense, spoiling things for them. And not to say that there's not going to be people that read the source material that want to get my impressions on the episodes, but you're talking about a niche group within a niche group. Not only do I have to, you know, have people coming in to watch my video talking about a show, but I also have to focus on people that have also read the source material. So it's just, it just doesn't work. But I do like the concept of when I do know, but probably this show's never going to get a sequel, jump in the source material and talk about it. Yeah, if it's interesting enough, I would. If I was doing my YouTube last year, I probably would have done videos on Noragami and School Live when I read those ones. Yeah, that was what I heard that's got me a lot of really excited, Yari, is that full adaptation. There's nothing that, even if I don't particularly enjoy the story fully, not to say I don't with Mushoku Tensei, but if I ever hear that a show is getting a full adaptation and they have at least the strings to pull to say you're going to do the whole thing, I think that's fantastic. Yeah, pretty much. To Your Eternity is sad the anime. It's sad the anime. What is the major plot points? Sadness. Which I guess is technically to be expected. You're talking about an eternity. So obviously there's going to be sadness. And that's another one I'm glad to see that that's getting a second season, as much as I didn't like the last arc of To Your Eternity. I'm sure it'll probably get better from that point on. Oh, I missed. One time I don't do a spread. Where else? That's it? Yeah, the difficulty with To Your Eternity is, and this is not to spoil anything, but you are technically, it does make you wonder how they can possibly offset that nature. Like, if it is sad, how do you offset that? How do you create a sense of, I guess, positivity end of it? And I think it does it pretty well. I guess a lot of it's really growth, if anything. It's a story about growth. Don't splashy me. Point blank. Take it. Where's the other? Is she up on the cliff? No? I think she was up on the cliff. I can give you one, Yari. Shogun Roku Rakugo Shinjo. I think, what was another one? I know there's a couple shorts that do it. Oh my gosh, Shogun Roku's so good. I'm kind of waiting for that to come out on Blu-ray so I can have an excuse to rewatch it. It's like one of the few ones that I really do want to rewatch. I don't really like to rewatch stuff just because I'd like to invest that into new stuff, but it's such a good show. These things are such sponges. I don't really like these mobs. It's like the worst addition to this game. They're just sponges. Just big sponges. Just 50,000 HP. I don't know, maybe one of these days, Sentai Filmworks will pick up Showa, and they'll give it a proper release. Oh, come on. Okay. Is it not activated? Oh, man. I'm going down underneath. No, go above. Go back up. Go up. Go up. You piece of junk. That's fine. It's not gonna be for everybody. It's about Rakugo performers. If you don't know what Rakugo is, it's basically where a person goes on the stage and sits on a pillow on their knees, and they basically single-handedly perform an entire skit just by themselves. They voice each of the roles, and they just tell a story. I didn't even see a tether thingy to actually do the tethers. I don't understand.
次の仕事は
I don't understand. I'm confused. Let me try it again. Maybe I missed something. Maybe I can use the thingy. No. Like there. Aha, got it. Figured it out. Is that all of them? Nope, I missed one. I missed one. How could you not like idol shows? They're perfect in every way. Kidding. I don't know if you can call Zombieland Saga well, technically Zombieland Saga is basically a parody of idols, so if you don't like idols, having a show that makes fun of idols is technically right up your alley. Did you try, Yari, did you try, what was it called? If my favorite pop idol made it to, what was that stupid stage place? Budokan? I Would Die? I think it was Budokan. That's technically similar to Zombieland Saga, where it's technically making fun of the industry, but not really. It's less about the performance and girls getting together. Alright, come on, go up. No. Up. I think I missed it again. Up. Is it all the way up? Yeah, it was all the way up. Dang it. Yeah, but Budokan's more about the fandom around them and the absurdity of them. Yep. It's really cute, though. Alright, one more time. Focusing this time. I'm actually going to focus this time. I'm not going to look at chat. Chat trying to distract me. Let's do this. There. There. Oh, crap, right here. Down. Nice. Treasure. Give me my treasure. Flee. Flee. Get in there. That is your sentence of Bookworm? Like, you don't like Sentence of Bookworm, or just that they're both equally amazing? You better not be anti-Sentence of Bookworm. We might have to stop talking. But they both have, like, a similar concept. They're, like, just super cute. Oh, ow. That felt good. That felt fantastic. Okay. All is forgiven then. I'm so excited for Season 3. My gosh, dude. I have to warn people. When Season 3 of A Sentence of Bookworm comes out, I'm going to be spamming a lot of videos of it, and I'm going to be telling people to watch it. I've already made a video basically telling people to go watch it, but yeah. I'm going to be pretty fanatical about it. Now watch, it's going to be a terrible season. I'm overhyped, but third season is going to be terrible. I'm not jinxing it. Yeah, I agree with you. It wasn't... Senna the Bookworm hasn't always been, like, the most fantastic visual. I mean, it does enough to make it good, in my opinion, but... It's not writing anything home. It's laid back, though, so I don't think it's really necessary. What are we doing? Rotating. Cool. Rotating. Okay, there's a pointer on it. That's got a pointer. That's got a pointer. Where are we pointing to? That's got a pointer. That's got 2 pointers. I have no idea. And that's the sad thing is I don't... What was it? I seem to remember that wasn't... Let me look it up. I don't think A Sentence of Bookworm has a very high viewership. I think it's decent, but it's not, like, incredibly low. I think it's, like, usually about 100,000 on my MLS, I think. What's up, Cake? But I just have a feeling that's going to be one of those shows where... I don't know, it's gotten up there. It's about 182 now. I don't know, maybe me and Chris ranting and raving about it all the time finally got its viewership up. I don't know. I hope it's gonna be one of those ones that it does really well. The videos do really well. It gets a lot of traction. But even still, even if it's one of those cases where it's a show that, you know, I put in the effort, but it gets low viewership, I'll be happy. I mean, I did it for Super Cub. Just kept yelling about Super Cub until somebody hears it. If somebody hears it, I'm happy. If I get one person to watch Super Cub, I was happy. Send him as a bookworm? Yeah. I'm not gonna guarantee it's gonna be the best show in the world for you, but I love it to death, and I think everybody should give it a shot. It is one of those shows, I think, if you want to know how far you should get into it before you know if you should drop it if you're not liking it, or it's just not doing anything for you. I'd have to look at the thumbnails to remember how far in a lot of the stuff is. I want to say probably 4 to 5 episodes is when it kind of reveals most of its cards. Not all of its cards, because it keeps evolving, but I want to say that's where a good majority of the cards start getting revealed, what it's going to do. Well, hopefully you liked it, Kate. I think you said you liked it. Super Cub, here's a funny thing. Super Cub technically was the KyoAni while KyoAni was healing. Like, it felt so KyoAni. And I loved it because we were still waiting for Kyoto Animation to heal. If you like Kyoto Animation stuff, it's like so that similar attention to detail and ability to really warm your heart. Like, you just want that girl to smile. I could have swore the character designer was the same one that did a lot of the Kyoto Animation stuff. I'm like, this so looks like KyoAni style. So obviously I'm guessing the character artist was at least inspired by Kyoto Animation style. I can't recall off the top of my head one of their character designers that's that style. But there's basically a point where Sentence of Bookworm starts getting into essentially are getting involved with the trade guilds. And when you get into that stuff, I think that's where you really kind of get a lot of its flavor. By that point, a lot of the character of Mine starts developing, and you get a sense of what she wants to do. But there's nothing that brings me more joy than just finding shows like that and then telling people about it. Like I said, even if my video only gets like 20 views, it's like there's 20 people that are smiling, hopefully. Obviously, when something blows up, it's always great. I mean, like my video on the Manji symbol blowing up was great, but it's not as rewarding as finding a gem. Shoot, talking about Kobayashi's Dragon Maid every week just is so much joy. Especially when Elma's featured in it. Is anybody here watching Edidens, by the way? I feel like I'm like I for some reason feel like Edidens been pretty quiet. I think a lot of people were probably turned off by that show with the first episode, which I don't blame people. I've already figured this area out. And it's so funny that there's not that many people watching. Did you guys try it at all, or just didn't like it, or just didn't touch it at all? It's so surprising because it's MAPPA, and I figured like people would be all over that show, but apparently MAPPA's name either didn't get out there for it, or it just wasn't enough for people to check it out. I think next week's gonna be really telling on that show. Are you sure it's not the show? You make me question myself. You're trying to make me question my own knowledge. Damn. Oh, dodged. Would you like that, lady? It's got such a great style to it. I love it. The color and style of it just jumps out of the screen at you. It doesn't hold stuff back. It's like a very kind of, I don't know, it's an unsettling story, and it doesn't really try to, it gets sensational about certain things that it is unsettling for sure. Like, I really didn't like how they portrayed the final scene of the first episode, but I give it credit for at least not holding anything back. I'm going the wrong way. How's Magia Record doing story-wise? Like I said, I haven't really got back into it because I hate the mobile game for stealing my money, but okay. And dot dot dot. Why did it bring me here? I don't know. I enjoyed the story of Magia Record. Don't get me wrong. I just, like I said, I felt dirtied by that. I almost kind of hate the idea of supporting it because of that. I'm like craving it because everybody's gushing about Shaft going nuts with it, though. And that was another late pop-up, too, so I had already kind of set up my schedule for the week for anime watching, so when that finally popped up, it was like, couldn't kind of fit it into the schedule. Fina was easy to fit in my schedule because I knew that it was probably going to get higher viewership. It's a good thing that Fina actually turned out to be a fun show to watch, but I just knew that it was probably going to have the highest viewership on videos, so I definitely wanted to get my weekly impressions. As much as I want to make sure to cover things that I have passion about and I want people to discover it, I do technically want to have 1 or 2 shows a week that I'm doing. Not that I'm doing it even if I hate it, but doing it because it does get a lot of viewership, just to support the channel. And yeah, Fina ended up turning out to be easily the biggest, most traffic video that I do weekly. Yeah, that's what I've been hearing, is the fight scenes are doing really well. I agree, Yoo-hoo. That's just unfortunately a thing these days. I just hope that that stuff stays out of Japan as long as possible until I can either amass enough anime to last me for the rest of my life or I croak. You gotta watch it, Jay-Z, just for the... You gotta watch it just for the Karen. Karen is, like, fantastic in that show. Particles! Why is every one of these things a particle chaser? Oh, no, no, don't fall off. No, 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 climb, thank you. No, I look at the chat for a second. Yeehaw, your fault. I look at the chat for a second. Okay, go around, don't run. I gotta get climbing stamina. Go. I actually missed that one, so I guess it's good that I fell. I think this one gave me way too much time. I should have failed that. Nice. Easy mode. Easy mode. I agree, Jay-Z. It's not that it's doing anything spectacular so far, story-wise. I equate it to Rage of Bahamut, where Rage of Bahamut didn't really have, like, a crazy, in-depth story. It just had fun adventure and good characters. And that's kind of what Fina's giving me. A playable character that's like Paimon? They do need to make more body type characters, though. Because, I mean, technically there is 3 body types. There's tall adult, there's mid-size, and then there's small. And they all pretty much play similar. Yeah, same here. Rage of Bahamut Season 1. Season 2, Virgin Souls did not do it for me. And I wanted that one so hyped for it. I'm like, holy crap, returning characters. What's his name's got a beard now. He's all old and been stuck in prison for forever. The main girl is kind of goofy. I kind of liked her for her goofy nature, but it didn't have the same... Like, season 1 was all about the chemistry between the characters, constantly at odds with each other. It was just so much fun. I don't blame you. The other Rage of Bahamut show was pretty good. Yuri fun. Yuri Dragon Girl. Nothing wrong with that one. Surprisingly, Sakuga in there. Had some good animation. Yuri Dragons shedding their skin. There's nothing wrong with none of that. Everybody likes a little bit of Dragon Girl shedding her skin. God, what's the name of that show? I can't remember. Where's the chest up there? Not dragons, plural, just a dragon. Minaria friends, yeah, thank you. Yeah, there's a dragon girl, and I think the other girl's just a regular human. And yeah, Yuri. Yuri. Yeah, if I remember correctly, she stole the skin, and I think she wanted to use it as a blanket or something like that. I don't remember. Something like that. Other girl, the dragon girl was obviously very embarrassed by it, but yeah, she wanted her skin bad. She molts. You'll have to watch it to find out. I ain't gonna give you no information other than that. It's a short, so it's not even that much of an investment. It's just, it had really, if I remember correctly, really good music. Had really good visual, like the backgrounds and everything were fantastic. And yeah, really hot dragon girl and cute human girl, Yuri fun. Minaria Friends, the Rage of Bahamut side story. It's like a... Rage of Bahamut obviously is a card game, and there was like an event at some point with these two characters, and they ended up adapting it into an anime. Just to kind of advertise that event happening in the game. I think it was something about a blank. I don't know. I just know that she wanted her skin. Was it Grand Blue? It wasn't Grand Blue. I thought it was Rage of Bahamut. I know they're Cygame. I know it's all Cygame. So maybe it was maybe I was just thinking it was related to Cygames, not necessarily Rage of Bahamut. I always wanted to get into Grand Blue Fantasy too. I really do like the art style of that game. Character designs and everything. I even wanted to play the fighting game just for the art style of it, but... Hey Logan, how's it going? Cygame's the same universe as Type Moon. Careful! I do not want the Type Moonies to attack the chat. Oh look, kitty cat. Shoot it. Backflip. Go. Do backflip. Do backflip. Do backflip. No cats were harmed in the making of this. He is perfect at dodging. He will never be harmed. He's that good. Don't worry, folks. This is just a show. No cats will be harmed. I'm probably gonna get banned from YouTube. Yeah, like I don't even... it's so funny. It's similar to Guilty Gear. I'd almost play Guilty Gear just for the art style and the visuals of that game. I even bought Dragon Ball Z Fighters and all the DLC just because I like the visual style and stuff. Even though I I can't stick with fighting games very long. And Grand Blue Fantasy Fighters was the one that I wanted to pick up as well. Carbon, you're not a true type Mooney unless you are offended by that. See, that's how you know you're still okay. You're not that far into the rabbit hole. Oh, gosh. So have you read all the visual novels, Carbon? Like Suki and all that kind of stuff? I feel casual. You have to have at least read all of the Suki series. You have to read through all of the Fate series, or the original Fate Stay Night. And then you have to get into all those crazy side stories of all the Fate stuff. Hey, kitty cats. Synchronized jumping. Go. Good. One of these days, when I get some time, I need to watch all of Kara no Kyokai. I have the whole Blu-ray set, and I've watched, I think, all but the last 2 films. But sadly, it's been so long, I'm going to have to restart the whole thing. But, really do want to watch that whole thing.
ついていきます。
天道ここにあり剣女盤石
I meant Tsukiyomi Moon Phase, by the way, not the Type Moon one. Jeez, you don't need to read that one. Moon Phase is way better. I'm joking. Calm down, joking. I have to say that very quickly so somebody sound bites it. Moon Phase is good though. Neko Mimimoto, yes, very much so. Neko Mimimoto, des. Neko Mimimoto. Kisu, kisu, kisu. That song, literally, I can hear one segment of it and have the entire song stuck in my head for the next 3 hours. So thank you, Logan. Of course, I technically started that, so I blame myself. Nope. Oh, you're bubbling the other guy. Okay, fine. What'd your shield drop? I didn't know your shield dropped. I just killed you. No. I don't want any of them in Fate Go because I don't play it. And if you put one that I really want in Fate Go, I might start playing it again. I don't want that. How many movies was Kara no Kyokai? Was that 8 and then there was an extra one? my head, I can't see it without breaking my neck. That might be right. I know it was 8 plus something. I was ticked because I had to buy the box set to get it all. Well, not really ticked. I was going to buy it anyways, but still. Still makes me mad.
Yep.
I actually pirated the whole movie series because I knew I was going to buy it anyways. So it'll be nice to watch it like in full Blu-ray and not possibly encoded incorrectly. Anything unfootable is great on Blu-ray anyways, so. Until next year when they do a full 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray release of it later. And then I have to buy it again. But I don't know. I've yet to run into a... I mean, even Your Name, I didn't really feel that 4K. Technically, a lot of that stuff, I think the only thing they really take advantage of a lot of that stuff is just the UHD aspects of them. So I don't consider anime to get to a point where I think 4K is necessary anytime soon. Unless something has like some really fine lines and its art style. Thank you, kitties. Appreciate all the random food offering. Kind of creepy. Like I done not silent voice. I'm sorry. Your Name. Did I say it was silent voice earlier? Your Name I have in 4K. I think I have the Gundam Thunderbolt. I think I have is 4K. I think that's all I have 4K. I want to get Akira 4K. Does anybody have Akira 4K? I'm really curious if that turned out well. I have Ghost in the Shell live action 4K. I'm not sure if I have the anime 4K. Like I said, I don't remember if it had a visual difference in the 4K for Your Name, but I do remember the UHD really popped on it. That was a while since I watched that. I actually imported it just to get the 4K version of it. And then I bought the one they released over here that was just regular Blu-ray, just so that we can have our family watch it. So they have the dub and everything. That was weird. Dubs versus sub moment there. It was weird. The point in which, of course, the girl is talking through the boy's body, and she, of course, says, let's say Kimiwa rather than Bokuwa, and she starts correcting herself. It sounded really weird in dub. No, I have not watched anything Code Geass since the first 2 seasons. I was super excited for the new stuff too, but no, I did not. I don't know. I don't think they even had it streaming anywhere, right? Oh, the movie. Oh, was that the movie? They had like a TV series that came out shortly after Code Geass' second season ended, which was like a spin-off. And then all the new stuff, I haven't seen any of it. Is it any good? I haven't really heard any hype on it, and that's like the big concerning thing about it, is if something as big as Code Geass didn't get much attention with the sequel stuff, it kind of concerns me. Is it a movie or was it a TV series? Or did they do a movie and a TV series? I forget what it was. Funimation have it, I'm guessing. I gave you a flower just before you died.
ついていきます。
Let's do one last chest.
相関化粧。
Ow, 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 ow.
必要です。いいくらで。やっ。へっ。そりゃ。ほら。
Pop, 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 pop.
花火の材料はあらへんかな。
Yeah, I think Kogias is one of those ones that I guess it's similar to Death Note. It just pulls off that gray area so well. So I do kind of miss it. Well, that's similar to Eureka 7. I haven't touched any of the new stuff. And I love the original series so much. I haven't touched any of the new stuff that they've done for that. Again, didn't really hear much talk about it. Oh, come on. Alright, I think I'm gonna call it a night. I will see about tomorrow. I'm not sure how tomorrow's gonna turn out. I don't think I have as much work tomorrow as I did today, so it might be easier to get a stream in tomorrow. I might consider doing another game, but we'll see when that time comes around if I have something else that I can put together to start streaming. I might think of Tsushima, possibly. I might take a risk and go for something like Punchline just to see if it's funny. Probably not. It looks, from what I've seen so far of it, it looks pretty terrible. But we'll see. We'll see what I can come up with. But appreciate you guys jumping on here and chatting with me, and hope you guys enjoyed some discussion in here. I think if anything, I really do enjoy seeing you guys talk together. It's always cool to kind of bring people together and just chat about stuff. So, yeah, thanks guys for dropping by. Y'all take care.